dear Lord, this is the Lord and eternal activity to you. Give us consistency of soul that may listen and understand the word of this word. Grant the spirit of wisdom, the spirit of knowledge and piety, the spirit of holy fear of you. May always remember that Jesus Christ, the Master of us, will be always with us. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Morning everyone. So today ay ano muna tayo? Reading na muna tayo. Reading. Opening. Kasi yan. So today August 5, 2026, so we're going to conduct opening of bid for two contract ID. Contract ID 26 FA0024 and 26 FA0025. So again, let us first establish the forum. Bidding na.
Iso sa screen.
Kasi pre-bid ang nandoon, yung contract ID na ibibidding, yun ang nakalagay. So anyways, to start with, let us first establish a quorum. Of course, with me, Salvador Arengpillo as the chairperson from maintenance section. And then we have here Engineer Fanny Ricato, our OIC Chief of Quality Assurance Section, our Vice Chairperson. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Engineer Wix Rodriguez III, our regular member from Construction Section. Sir, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Engineer Tin Simanes, our provisional member from Quality Assurance Section. Ma'am, good morning. Of course, we have here Engineer Eva Ciclarino, our Head of Back Secretariat, together with her member, Sir JP Almares. Good morning, sir. Ma'am Taanang Rogano, good morning. Engineer Cecilio Chavez, good morning, ma'am. Engineer Cha Madrid, good morning, ma'am. Engineer Carl Ramirez, good morning. Engineer Franz Alaurin, good morning, sir. Sir Larry Trias, good morning, sir. Engineer Carlo Cortez, our back support services, good morning. And of course, to our two representative from Omega. Welcome again, ma'am, to our opening of bid for the contract. So, since we already, of course, to our live viewers, good morning. Welcome to the late. Sorry. Welcome, ma'am. Lois Belenso. So good morning, ma'am. So since we already have a quorum, so we now start. Anyways, let me first open the minutes of this contract.
That's 24.
Bibig-bibog, kita lang ang bak ng walang lusa. Sa agad yung tama mo pagkita. At mag-synchronize duman sa pag-close duman sa jumping. Kasi 10 duman sa tapos supposedly 10 kung late ko naman ito kasi yan mas kasi yan okay lang kung late
Ini sir.
mas depends nag-close ka na pamangga wala.
Tapos na.
Okay. So, before we start pala the opening, so let me read to you the eligibility result of this contract. This is contract ID number 26 FA0024. Contract name 001 asset preservation program, construction, upgrading, rehabilitation of drainage along National Road, Secondary Road, Ligao, Tabaco, Road K0524 plus 200 to K0525 plus 001. The location of the contract is at Tabaco City, Albay. So, based on the evaluation of the information about legal, technical, and financial capabilities, as indicated in the contractor's information of the bidders as recorded in our computerized registry of contractor for civil work, the requirements of the above-mentioned contract as indicated in the contract profile submitted by the DPWH Albay First District Engineering Office, we find one single bidder eligible to participate in the bidding for the contract. The loan bidder is Omega Contracting and Development Corporation. So that's it. So we now open and read the technical proposal of the loan bidder. Ma'am Cha, go ahead po. Thank you.
So good morning, everyone. Opening of the bidding documents for the contract number 6-0-24 with the contract name 001 Asset Preservation Program, construction, upgrading, rehabilitation of buildings along national roads, secondary roads, Ligao, Tabaco Road, K0524 plus 200 to K0525 plus 001 with ABC of 18,176,060 pesos. Contract duration 172 calendar days. Date of opening August 5, 2026. Time starts at 10:18 a.m. The loan bidder for this contract is Omega Contracting and Development Corporation. Field Jobs Registration. Certificate of Incorporation. Mayor's permit. Tax clearance certificate. Pickup license. AFS, including the annual income tax return submitted to EFES. List of ongoing contracts. SLCC. With a touch pick of board resolution. BPSB. Sign and authorize. Organizational chart. List of personnel with their qualification date. Project manager of Omar of EMEA. Sign and authorize. Project engineer Virgilio Gonzalez. Sign and authorize with PRC license and AE accreditation. Materials engineer Maria Lorraine Satwes of EMEA. Sign and authorize with PRC license and ME accreditation. Safety officer Arnel Montuya. Sign and authorize with certificate. Foreman Jerome Ocamia. Sign and authorize. List of major construction and laboratory equipment to be assigned to the contract. Own and under lease. Proof of ownership. Equipment rental agreement. DO9, signed and authorized. DO11, signed and authorized. Certain statement or certification under oath. Integrity pledge. Recovery authorization. for CPM Omnibus. Signed and authorized. Secretary certificate. ISO certificate. General information sheet. Secretary certificate. NFCC. Signed.
So actually the eligibility and technical documents submitted by Omega Contracting and Development Corporation for contract ID 26 FA0024 is passed. So since this is a lone bidder and he or the document pass our examination, preliminary examination. So we now open the financial proposal of this loan bidder. So ma'am,
Opening of the financial document for the loan bidder for contract 26 FA 0024, which is Omega Contracting and Development Corporation. Secretary certificate. Bid form. Signed. Bill of quantities. Signed. Detailed estimate. Cash flow with amount 17,812,933 pesos and 60 centavos.
so the financial proposal submitted by Omega Contracting and Development Corporation for contract ID 26 FA0024 is passed. So again, as usual, the result as read for this contract is still subject for post-qualification. So we now continue for the next contract. Kasi naman, thank you for attending for the next contract. This is contract ID 26 F0025, contract name 001, Network Development Program, construction of bypass and diversion road, Malilipot bypass road, Barangay San Isidro, Ilawod, Barangay San Isidro, Iraya, station 3 plus 646, to station 4 plus 288, Albay. So the location of the contract is at Malilipot, Albay. So based on the evaluation of information about legal, technical, and financial capabilities as indicated in the contractor's information of the bidders as recorded in our computerized registry of contractors for civil work, the requirements of the above-mentioned contract as indicated in the contract profile submitted by the DPWH Albay Participating Engineering Office, we found the following bidders eligible to participate in the bidding for the contract. Number 1, Sandro Builders Incorporated. Number 2, RMH Construction and Supply. Number 3, JEP Construction. Number 4, German Construction and Supply. Number 5, Monolithic Construction and Concrete Product Incorporated. So on the other hand, based on the same evaluation, we found the following bidders ineligible to participate in the bidding for the contract. So the name of bidders is Antonio Vinidea Construction Incorporated. Reason why he is ineligible is the pickup registration particularly is not valid. So may isa pa tayong ineligible. However, we still have to open the envelope para malaman natin kung itong ang reason dito is yun talaga. And then afterwards, pick-up license. Then afterwards, ano na lang natin. Request for opening of CWA. So, tingnan natin kung ang naka-attach doon sa ano is updated. So, we consider that. We follow the department order. The DEO, yeah, department order 164. Yes. So, we should be guided by the department. So, we now open the So we now open with the first envelope. Please go ahead. Please. Thank you.
Opening of the bidding documents for the contract ID 26FA0025, contract main 001, Network Development Program, construction of bypass and diversion roads from the Malilipot Bypass Road, Barangay San Isidro, Ilawod, Barangay San Isidro, Iraya, Station 3 plus 646, to Station 4 plus 288, Albay, with ADC of 47,835,760 pesos. Contract duration 356 calendar days. Date of opening August 5, 2026. Time starts at 10:13. Okay. First bidder, JAP Construction. Yeah. Field steps registration. DPI. Mayor's permit. Tax clearance certificate. License. AFS and an annual income tax return submitted to EFES. These are going forward. Projects. SLCC. With the tax notice of award. Contract agreement. Certificate of acceptance. organizational chart, list of personnel for the qualification data, key person affidavit of commitment to work on the contract, project manager Jeffrey Peralta, signing others. Project engineer Mario Tupas, signing others. With PRC license and DEO accreditation. Materials engineer Maria Teresa Pantino, signed and authorized with PRC license and MA accreditation. Safety officer Irene Jonathan Peralta, signed and authorized with certificate. Foreman Richard Tulay, signed and authorized. Statement of availability of key personnel, statement of availability of equipment, list of major construction and laboratory equipment to be assigned to the contract, owned and under lease. Global. Proof of ownership.
45 kilometers. Sa i-discuss.
Tanong ko sa media.
Bubuksan ano nila yun? Contract please.
Yung sikon.
565. Tapos kasunod mo, ano lang sa point is. Diba na automatic. Wala nang pay. Ano ba mo pay?
Affidavit of ownership, statement of availability of construction equipment, pledge the contract.
Kain ko pa.
Representation.
Kain ko pa. So, 2027. Ano na pirma? 25 na pirma. Siya pa.
Hindi ko sir. Hilig man yan sir sa PRX.
Hindi pag ano na. Pag-press.
Ownership certificate na availability of this equipment. List of material testing equipment. Already found. Minibus. Regulators. ISO certificate. NFCC. WT pledge.
So the technical document submitted by JED Construction for contract ID 26F0025.
Next bidder is Antonio Vinidea Construction Incorporated. As per eligibility check, Antonio Vinidea Construction Incorporated is ineligible due to pickup registration particular is not valid. So I will check first the system attached pickup license if it is not expired. Valid until applicable. May 18. Renew siya. April 28. Bigyan lang siguro ng updates. So, CivilWorks. The expiration date of the pickup license of Antonio Iraya is October 14, 2026.
October 14 pa 2026.
Validity period. Validity period of registration is May 18, 2025.
Okay.
We will proceed to this.
So, since the findings of the CWA for Antonio Dedea na ang findings doon is expired pickup license. Ma'am. So, however, during our verification on the submitted documents or the technical documents submitted by Evinidea, so we found out that the expiry or the attached documents, actually the expiry is
April. Hindi, October 14.
October 14, 2026. So we will continue reading and opening of both verification of the technical documents and upon review kung ano siya, pumasa siya. So we will proceed with the opening of the financial document submitted by that. So meanwhile, please go ahead, ma'am, reading the. Thank you.
Proceed. Proceed with the checking the documents of Antonio Binigay Construction Incorporated. Project registration. Certificate of incorporation. Here is permit. Clearance certificate of license. Records report. And submitted to the list of ongoing projects, SLCC. With attached notice of award. Notice to proceed, contract. Certificate of completion. Probably BSD.
Thank you.
Sign and authorize. Organization of chart. List of personnel with their qualification data. Key person ko dapat introduce to work on the contract. Project Manager Maria Teresa Cristobal. Sign and authorize. Project Engineer L. Jason Angostia. Sign and authorize. Materials Engineer Freddy Bueno. Sign and authorize. Foreman Eusebio Medella. Sign and authorize. Safety Officer Maria Preciosa Tinidea. Sign and authorize. Because certificate of employment. Project Engineer with the attached PRC license. Ano ba?
Yung ID.
Sino kaya sa with attached PA accreditation. Materials engineer with attached PRC license and MA accreditation. Safety officer with certificate. List of major construction laboratory equipment. Cinta. Ada cinta. Own and under lease, proof of ownership. These are the rental contract. Certificate of availability of equipment. Certificate of availability of equipment as per BDS ba? The data sheet. Matching plant is required, which is also reflected on the supplemental bulletin. At yung DEO, regular reserve, wala. Matching plant, and also no attached matching plant validation. Okay. Ano pa lang, sir?
Sige.
Pakinot.
Diretso. Para may sila ba pang lang.
DEO 11. Libus. Signed and authorized. ISO certificate. General examination sheet. NFCC sign. ISO. Achievement accreditation din. Then, sa list of major construction equipment, wala din. Not included.
That's not pala dyan.
Kung isasabay na po.
Yung envelope 1, out to
Hindi na. Financial.
wow.
Hindi po.
At
Basta
bigyan mo lang.
nakapil. Hindi siya pwede.
So, documents submitted by Antonio Vinilea, technical documents submitted by Antonio Vinilea Construction Incorporated for contract ID 26 FA 0025 is failed due to non-attachment the following as required: the batching plant accreditation, and the batching plant is not included in the list of equipment pledged to the contract as required from the BDS.
1.1H +3.
So, even idea is failed. Ay,
Our next bidder is RMH Construction and Supply. Field substitution. DPI. Mayor's permit. Tax clearance certificate. Pickup license. Annual income tax return submitted through EFPS.
Tinatry nito mag-request for opening ng CWD kasi failed mo kasi.
List of ongoing projects. SLCC with attached notice of award. Agreement. NPP. Final acceptance inspection report, COC. Certificates of
Hindi mo, ano sa Hindi mo, initial pa kita. Hindi na.
what would be PSB. Sign and authorize organizational chart. List of personnel with their qualification data. Key person collaborative commitment to work on the contract. Project manager Haname Isidro. Right. Project engineer Isidro Navarra. Sign and authorize. PRC license.
Yung release.
Wait, okay. PRC license and PE accreditation.
Hindi po ako.
Notaris engineer Aiden Bibong.
Post po.
His PRC license. And ME accreditation. Foreman, the first to Garcias. Safety officer, Bert Filipino. Birth certificate. These are major construction and laboratory equipment to be assigned to the contract. Own and under lease. Statement of availability of major construction equipment. Proof of ownership. Lease contract agreement. Lease contract agreement with the tax center. Ways. I think this is released to Center Waste Construction Development Incorporated. Attached but not available.
I-release ni RMH.
Nimbus. Sign and authorized. DO9. ISO certificate. Without disclosure, no relationship. AFCC. Sign.
The technical documents submitted by RMH Construction and Supply for contract ID 26 FA0025 is passed.
Speed. Next bidder is Sano Builders Incorporated. Yung substitution. Players permit. Zero and 20. The license. KFS and running contracted distributed to the entities. These of employment contracts. FICC, without certificate of acceptance, final acceptance inspection report, COC. BSD, sign and authorized. Organizational chart. List of personnel with their qualification date. Keepers of affidavit in commitment to work on the contract project manager, Susan Dorse, sign and authorized. Project engineer, Rogel Jamin Dorse, sign and authorized with PRC license. Materials engineer, Francisco S. Nart, sign and authorized with PRC license and ME accreditation. Foreman Elmer Carrillo, sign and authorized. Safety officer Rosel Adam Lee. Sign and authorized with certificate.
Thank you.
Lease of major construction laboratory equipment to be assigned to the contract. Owned and under lease, proof of ownership. Touching plant accreditation. This agreement with the vaccine plan omnibus, sign and authorized. Secretary certificate. DO9, sign and authorized. DO7. ISO certificate. General information sheet. NFCC sign.
The technical proposal submitted by Sandro Builders Incorporated for contract ID 26 FA0025 is passed.
Next bidder is Chairman, Construction and Supply. Field subsidies relation. DTI. Mayor's permit, tax clearance certificate, of license. test and annual income tax return to be the EFPS. List of ongoing projects. SLCC. With a certificate of acceptance. Final acceptance inspection report. For BPSDs and unauthorized. Statement of availability of key personnel and key. Organizational chart. Is a personnel with a qualification in key personnel with application to work with the contract project manager of Barangay. Signed and authorized. Project Engineer Alfredo Buendia, signed and authorized to bear a license and PA accreditation. Fields Engineer Rael Leonard Velosa. PRC license and any accreditation. Foreman, Serafin Balaoro, signed and authorized. Safety Officer Chris Francis Sanglay, signed and authorized with certificate. List of major construction laboratory equipment to be assigned to the contract, all owned. Proof of ownership. Achievement accreditation. Data. Omnibus. Sign and authorized. Authorized affidavit of site inspection. Certificate. NFCC. Sign.
Set of technical documents submitted by German Construction and Supply for contract ID 26 FA0025 is
There is next bidder or the last bidder for this contract is Magnetic Construction and Concrete Products Incorporated. No object to this rate. Minus permit. Tax clearance certificate. Pickup license. Income tax return. Submitted to EFPS. List of ongoing contracts. SLCC with a certificate of acceptance, final acceptance inspection report, COC. From BPSD. Organizational chart. These are personnel with their qualification data. Certificate of availability of key person. Key person with application to work by the contract project manager, Cito Amora. This is after that.
Nakikinig sa video.
Anak ko naman. Bibili ako ate. Ate sa Christmas.
Sabi hindi pag orang interruption sa
No
video.
interruption. malalapitan ako ni Bakchira. Project Engineer, Jen Glenn Balandres. Specializing PE accreditation. Materials Engineer, Lexner of Ledesma. With various license. Materials Engineer. With ME accreditation. Safety Officer, the Denver Sun.
Tapos na, hindi pa sa
With
video.
certificate.
Tapos may pinagkarapiyas.
Chismis Foreman, Rinaldo Isa.
Hindi na mapahalang after 30 minutes.
First year, Analysia mo. List of major construction and laboratory equipment to be assigned to the contract. Own and under list. Certificate of availability of major construction equipment.
Maraming dyan, kinamloys kapag nag-a-upload na sa bibinta mo. Iyan, ay kilig na
Proof of ownership. Contract of lease of equipment and the batching plant. Batching plant accreditation.
Sumbong ko at Mrs. Engineer Gregory.
Hindi boost. Ay, ninautralize. Secretary certificate. ISO certificate. General information sheet. NFCC. Sign.
Kasi kasunod mo, walang ID supiin mo.
DO9. Semi-authorized. And
Okay,
DEO ulit.
said po guys siya kasunod mo. Siya kasunod mo ba? Okay.
So,
The technical proposal submitted by Monolithic Construction and Concrete Product Incorporated for contract ID 26FA0025 is passed. Pass siya ngayon. Every 58 service? Every 58 pages.
65 peso. 565.
Page number. Naubos yun kasi ubos sa film. So, based from our preliminary examination for the first envelope of this contract, 26FA0025, out of 6 bidders who participated and dropped for this contract, only 5 passed our preliminary examination and 1 failed. So we now open the second envelope or the financial proposal of this 5 contractor who passed our preliminary examination. So Ma'am Cha, please go ahead reading and opening the second envelope for the financial proposal. Thank you.
Financial documents for the contract 0025. First bidder is JAP Construction. Need form. Nice. SPH, number of bid prices, bill of quantities. Time, report estimate, Cash flow with amount 47,355,785 pesos and 19 centavos. 47,355,785 pesos and 19 centavos.
Yan, i-declare na.
So the financial proposal submitted by JEP Construction for contract ID 26 FA0025 is passed.
Next bidder is RMH Construction and Supply. Bid form. Sign. Summary bid prices. The quantity sign. Detailed estimate. Cash flow bid amount 47,785,592 pesos and 6 centavos. 47,785,000.
So the financial proposal submitted by RMH Construction and Supply for contract ID 26 FA0025 is passed.
Next bidder, Sandro Builders Incorporated. Bid form. The quantity, summary bid prices sign, the quantity sign. Detailed estimate. Cash flow. Bid amount 46,399,864 pesos and 47 centavos.
So the financial proposal submitted by Sandro Builders Incorporated for contract ID 26 FA0025 is passed.
Bidder is German Construction and Supply. Sign. The quantities. Sign with the estimate. Cash flow with the amount 47,117,880 pesos and 84 centavos.
The financial proposal submitted by German Construction and Supply for contract ID 26 FA0025 is passed.
Bidder. Or the last bidder for this contract is Manilipot Construction and Concrete Products Incorporated. Bid form. Bid form summary. Summary of bid prices. Sign bill of quantity, sign detailed estimate. Flow bid amount 47,399,864 72,872 pesos and 28 centavos. 372 872.28.
0.28. 28.28. So the financial proposal submitted by Monolithic Construction and Concrete Product Incorporated for contract ID 26 FA0025 is passed. So again, the result for this bidding as read is still subject for further bid evaluation and proposed qualification. Tapos. So, at this point in time, thank you so much for everyone who attended this video. So, of course, to our YouTube viewers, thank you so much. And please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, DPWH.
May pre-bid pa sa?
Kaya,
I-close
i-close mo na itong video. So, yes, please don't forget to subscribe and like our YouTube channel, DPWH Albay First Day of Procurement, and don't forget to hit our notification bell for your updates. Reminders lang. So, we now continue. I was the one. As
Close siya, sir.
I close. So once again, good morning. So we now proceed with the private conference for actually one contract ID 26 FA0032. So without further ado, kasi may quorum naman po tayo since ito naman po yung attendee kanina sa bidding natin, sa opening of bid. So just may bago po tayong member, new arrival, Ma'am Colette. So, Ma'am Colette, welcome to the private conference. So, again, without further ado, let me call in Ma'am Colette to discuss with us invitation bid for this particular item. Ma'am
Good
Colette, go
morning.
ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Invitation to bid for 26 FA0032 QRF. Repair rehabilitation of shoulder road slip at Santo Domingo-Buhatan-Cagraray Circumferential Road, kilometer 566 plus 050 to kilometer 566 plus 095, left lane due to tropical cyclone Uwan. The DPWH Albay first DEO through GAA 2026 intends to apply the sum of 4,638,755 pesos being the approved budget for the contract. The completion of the work is required 40 calendar days. The contract shall be awarded to the lowest calculated bidder, lowest calculated responsive bidder who was determined as such during post-qualification. Prospective bidder should be registered with and classified by the pickup with license category at least size small b. Bidding is restricted to Filipino citizens, sole proprietorship, cooperatives, and partnership organizations with at least 60% interest or outstanding capital stock belonging to citizens of the Philippines. The bidder must have completed an SLCC that is similar to the procurement project to be bid and whose value must be equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC. Further, that contractors under small a and small b categories without similar experience of the procurement project to be bid may be allowed to bid if the cost of such contract is not more than the allowable range of contract cost of the registration based on the guidelines as prescribed by the pickup. Also, the bidder's NFCC must be at least equal to the ABC to be bid. Contractors applicants who wish to participate in this bidding are encouraged to enroll in the DPWH CivilWorks application at the DPWH Procurement Service, DPWH Manila, while those already enrolled shall keep their records current and updated. The contractor's eligibility to be bid on the project will be determined using the DPWH contractor profile eligibility process and subject to further post-qualification. Information and registration can be obtained from the procurement service during working weekdays from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. or at the DPWH website. Interested bidders may obtain further information from DPWH Albay first DEO, inspect the bidding documents at address given from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders on July 28, 2026 to August 17, 2026 from the address below and upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by the GPP in the amount of 5,000. Prospective bidders shall present the original official receipt of payment for bid documents to the back secretariat of this office before the deadline for inclusion in the list of contractors for eligibility processing. The owner of authorized representatives included in the CRC will be allowed to transact business relative to the bidding matters per DO 197 series of 2001. Those representatives not included in the CRC are required to submit a special power of attorney or a secretary certificate, whichever is applicable, and one valid government ID for the owner and representative to be allowed to transact business. All participating bidders must be in the documents request list of the PhilJEP's website. Bids must be duly received by the back secretary through manual submission at the address indicated on or before August 17, 2026, 10 a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms and the amount stated in ITB Clause 16. Bid opening shall be on August 17 to 10:01 a.m. onwards of Procurement Unit Conference Room, First DEO. Also in compliance with Department Order Number 169 of 2025, guidelines on the accreditation and assignment of contractors and consultants project engineers, it is hereby ordered to follow the full implementation on assigning only qualified and competent project engineers of the contractors and consultants in the DPWH projects. Hence, the submitted bids must contain key personnel, particularly project engineer, which are accredited by the DPWH. The DPWH by firstly reserves the right to reject any and all bids if they are failure of bidding or not award the contract at any prior to contract award in accordance with Section 70 of RA number 12009 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. For further information, please refer to Salvador RMPV Chief Maintenance Section, Albay 1st DEO. The minimum work experience requirements for key personnel are the following: Project Manager 5, Project Engineer, Provisional Project Engineer 1, Materials Engineer 1, Construction Foreman 1. This qualification applies if the pledged person starting project does not meet the required 50% of the APC. The minimum major equipment requirements are the following: stake truck, service truck 1 bagger mixer, concrete vibrator 1 plate compactor, 1 welding machine, 1 cutting outfit. Modifying the list of requirements to be pledged or non-compliant as to required equipment and the number of units in the BDS is considered as a complete bid and a ground for disqualification. Strict comply the requirements prescribed under DEO 58 series of 2012, inclusion of material data on the pledged equipment of the bidder in his bid documents. DEO 11 series of 2017, inclusion of the minimum materials testing equipment in the technical component of the bid. Additional contract documents required for the contract: 1. Construction methods. 2. Construction schedule in the form of word CPM diagram, precedence diagram, and bar chart with S-curve or other approved tools of project scheduling and cash flow. 3. Manpower schedule. 4. Equipment utilization schedule. 5. Construction safety and health program. 6. Contractors all risk insurance.
So thank you so much, Ma'am Kulit. Prospective leaders, please take note of all those reminders. So we now come to the presentation of the PDE plans. Sir Witz, please go ahead. Here.
Good morning. So this is the detailed engineering design plan for 26 FA0032. This is under quick response plan, repair/rehabilitation of shoulder road slip at Santo Domingo-Buhatan-Cagraray Circumferential Road with code S03730LC. K0566 plus 050 to K0566 plus 095.
Left lane.
Left lane.
Due to tropical cyclone Uwan, Barangay Bakakay, Albay, with a total net length of 33 linear meters. So, next. So, nakita niyo po yung straight line diagram. Nasa left lane nga. With the net length of 33 linear meter. So, kung makikita niyo po sa legend, ang gagawin niyo po isang slope protection in Portland cement concrete pavement. So, ang summary, based on the summary of quantities attached also, ang gagawin niya, ang scope of works are construction of field office for engineers, project billboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization and demobilization, under earthworks, cleaning and grubbing, removal of actual structures, / obstruction, 0.23 thickness PCCP, unreinforced, removal of actual structure, obstruction, 0.28 thickness PCCP, unreinforced, structure excavation, common soil, embankment from barrow, common soil, subgrade preparation, common materials. Under sa subbase and base course, we will use aggregate subbase course, or under surface courses is PCCP unreinforced for 0.29 thickness, 14 days curing, PCCP 0.28 thickness, 14 days curing. Sa under drainage and slope protection structures, riprap plus B, routed riprap plus A, concrete slope protection. Sa miscellaneous structures, metal guardrails, metal beams including posts, metal beam, end piece, fishtail, right? Reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white and reflectorized thermoplastic pavements yellow. Next. So sa location niya sa site po is please take note of general notes din. Tapos kung makikita niyo po sa map, nasa K0566 50 to end of K0566 plus 95. So malapit po siya sa may dagat pa.
Si Aso.
Ay community po na may Civisto. Next. So ito mo, take note of the general notes then, construction requirements, tapos yung design criteria natin. Next. So yan po yung typical detail for slope protection. Makikita nyo po kung ano yung, nandito rin po yung mga scope of works na gagawin natin. Tapos yung end wall detail, ito rin po yung makikita nyo gagawin po. Next. So, yan po yung sa general notes din po sa standard PCCP details. So, showing also yung mga detail for bar spacing, birds, and no passing line of the horizontal. Next. Yan po yung billboard natin, project billboard. Next. Anyway, hindi rin po napakita yung ibang plans dyan, pero you can download all details sa PILJEPs along with the requirements po. Yun lang po. Thank you.
So thank you so much, Sir Wits. Again, readers, please take note of all those reminders. So, I guess our procurement engineer has plenty of reminders. So, Ma'am Bang, go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Another reminder ulit to all the prospective bidder to please click or you must be in the DRL, yung document request list ng MPhilJeps of this particular project prior kayong makaprocure ng order of payment. Then with regards to order of payment, if you are the representative, please provide with you the SPA or the secretary certificate and the IDs of the owner and the representative. So, to obtain the order of payment, it should be at until 9 a.m. on the date of bidding. And prior to dropping of documents po, please present your official receipt.
So,
Yun lang ang palagi natin
ito,
Reminders
hindi
ito.
naman kasi ito, wala naman itong required na yung sa batching plan, yung kanina sinasabi. Diba wala mo itong batching plan?
Ay, wala pa ito.
Although confidential. So wala. So di ba
Ito sa quality, ano yung
yung
yung lagyan natin? Ilang volume ba yung
ilang volume yung
may ano pa rin?
ang PCC kasi parang ang may ano niya, it's slope protection in PCC.
Ching plan.
Wala. Yung volume nung form.
Ano ba yan, sir? National road ba yun?
National.
Cover ba yan? Hindi dapat meron.
Anyway.
Cagraray.
Usually mga gadis.
110 square meter.
Yung one
Area.
times point
Times 0.20.
0.28. Sige daw pura.
Okay. 110?
110.
30.
30 cubic.
30. So, dapat
70. Actually, ba?
required. Required. Kasi national road po.
National road petition.
Ikay po, batching plan.
May budget plan. May duman sa kwan, wala. Talaga. Wala. Maski sa kwan.
Equipment.
Hindi. Dito pa yan. Baga, duman baga sa ano mismo, sa lupa. Sa lupa. Nakalagay.
Factory level items. Diba ko kami dito ka yan?
Sige na. Anyways, hindi naman yan natin masyadong, dapat concern rin natin nung reprocurement. Pre-bid na ngayon, that should be the final or even, pwede naman sila niyan during implementation, pwedeng mag bid bulletin, bid variance, or supplemental, or change order. Okay? So,
4.6.
wala na po mambang na ibang point, reminders, concern, issues and
Dito lang
concern.
sa procurement ang inano ko mo ng concern.
Okay.
Sabay mo na so findings mo na dapat ang batching plan
ayaon sa adjacent sa mga location kang
Di, yun lang ang inaalok kay Ma'am Bang kanina na kung pwede, yung batching plant at least mga 30 or 40 kilometers from the project site. Parang yun ang pinaka, ano niya,
sa
pinaka,
yung alam nila, yun ang content ng DEO, di ba? Na 40 to 30 kilometers.
kaya
From
nga,
the project site. Radius yun.
radius.
Anyway, yung department order po,
Yun na
napalaman
lang
naman
isa
sa ITB
sa
natin. So,
ITB.
required pa rin talaga yun. So, pwede yun natin.
Pwedeng maging, ano siya,
Conditions,
Par-
kasama sa conditions ng contract. Kasi lahat ng department order relating to procurement, nakalagay
Ng
na.
BDS.
so,
Kaso, so, list of equipments na
So, I guess, parang hindi naman na masyadong ano, that should be discussed during the So, since wala na po, no more matter to discuss, anybody now may move for adjournment?
Second na motion.
So, it has been moved and seconded that the pre-bid conference for today be adjourned. So, thank you so much. Good morning and God bless us all.